Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Tan Tennis channel, and today I'm going to talk about two of the control rackets from Yonex. So here I got the new 2025 Ezone 98 and I got the Vcore 98 in sand beige paint job over here that came out in 2024. And I received a lot of questions from my followers. What are the differences between the two and which one to choose if you have like certain game styles? So today what we're gonna do is to make a comparison playtest between the two rackets side by side. But before we get into the detail, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. First, let's take a look at the spec on the paper. So both of them are 90 square inch and 305 gram unstrung. Balance point is equally at 31.5 centimeters, so pretty headlight. And the flex rating on the Ezone is 63 RA. On the Vcore is slightly lower at 62 RA. On the swing weight, based on Tennis Warehouse websites, it states that the Ezone 98 is 320 and the Vcore is 318. But on the actual measurement that I did on these two rackets, the Ezone is 315 and the Vcore is 310. The setup on these two rackets are the same because I strung it with Slingo 2-way soft 17 gauge at 50 pounds on the main and 48 pounds on the cross. Okay, let's start with the feel on these two rackets. I would say both of them are on the muted side of the feel spectrum. Both rackets have VDM, which is a vibration dampening mesh that Yonex put in the handle, which makes the racket pretty quiet at contact. The good thing is it's more comfortable, but the downside is that you lose the sensation of the ball. So some people like it, some don't. Comparing the two, I would say the Ezone is a little bit firmer and more responsive than the Vcore, while the Vcore is slightly more muted and softer and has a little longer dwell time of the ball. I would say overall the Vcore 98 is more comfortable than the Ezone 98, but it's pretty close in my opinion. On the maneuverability, both rackets are pretty fast through the air. You can move around the court without feeling like having a burden in your arm. I don't think there's a big difference here, but I can be a little bit more risky with the Ezone 98 compared to the Vcore 98. It feels better to slap the ball on the Ezone using wrist action, but on the Vcore, I think it's a little bit more sluggish when there's a lot of wrist involved. On the power, both rackets are quite powerful compared to other rackets in the same spec, and we are talking about control rackets with 90 square inch head size over here, thanks to the thicker beam on both rackets that give you a little bit free power on ground strokes. I think the ball speed on the Ezone 98 is faster than the Vcore 98. I don't think it's the difference in power level, but it's just a difference in topspin that the ball has. The ball goes off with less topspin on the Ezone 98, but more through the court, which results in a faster paced ball. But this comes with lower launch angle and net clearance as well, compared to the Vcore 98 that gives you a little bit more projectile trajectory. So the ball goes with like higher spin, it's more loopy. However, when talking about the maximum spin potential, I don't think there's a significant difference between these two rackets in particular. When you really want to hit like heavy topspin ball, I think the Ezone 98 can still deliver that as well as the Vcore 98. It's just that on normal ground strokes, the Ezone 98 encourages you to slap the ball straight, simply because it feels better that way. I think that's how they designed the racket to swing. Compared to the Vcore, it doesn't feel as great to slap the ball, but it feels more like natural to brush the ball up and play with some topspin, some margins above the net. On the other hand, the Vcore 98 can also hit a solid flat shot and through the court. My backhand is flat and I don't feel any pullback from the Vcore 98. I can hit a very solid down the line backhand flat with the Vcore, the same I can do on the Ezone. On the control, again, I don't think there's a huge gap between the two. Both of them have great directional control, and you can either place the ball or redirect the ball very effectively. However, I feel like I have a better depth control with the Vcore 98, simply because the ball equips with high topspin on most of the shots that keep the ball inside the baseline. While on the Ezone, the ball is quite laser beam trajectory, and sometimes when you hitting full power, it has more chance to go long. So in the gameplay, I think Vcore 98 can keep the rally longer for me. It has better ability to defense and send the ball back with high and loopy topspin ball to buy time for you to get back into position. I can play with higher net clearance and make less unforced errors. However, the E-Zone has better shot making if you are looking for something like aggressive baseliner or attacking game. I can also hit a better shot cross-court forehand with the E-Zone, probably because I use my wrist a little bit more. On the serve, both rackets can generate good pop and power on the first serve, and it hit the spot. I don't think I have a problem with the first service at all. I think the Vcore probably has a little bit more power for me, and I think it's because of the teardrop head shape that helps you when you're hitting up toward the hoop. It creates a little bit more power. On the second serve, I prefer the Vcore 98. I think it's better on the slice and kick serve compared to the Ezone 98. So overall, I give it to the Vcore 98 on the service game. On the return game, I don't think there's a significant difference between these two in terms of the effectiveness, but the differences may be on how the racket delivers the ball back to the other side. I think both of them are great. On the E-Zone, you can get a more penetrating return, faster ball to attack the opponent when they are not in the right position immediately after the service motion. On the Vcore, you can get a more percentage shot, just putting the ball back into neutral. It's not going to give you advantages on the return as much as the E-Zone, but at the same time, it's not going to make as many errors as well. On the backhand slice and punch shot, I prefer the Ezone 98 over the Vcore 98. In summary, both rackets are very forgiving and powerful for the 90th range's head size, and they are good options for those who want to move up from twinner rackets to something with more control, but still give easy power. I think the Ezone 98 is more suitable for flat hitters and aggressive baseliner who like playing attacking game. The Vcore 98 is more suitable for counterpuncher and topspin players playing behind the baseline and looking for an opening. For me, as much as I like playing with the Ezone 98, I think the Vcore 98 gives me better score when playing match, just because it keeps me in the rally longer and I didn't make as many unforced errors as on the Ezone 98 that I just want to hit hard. That's all for today. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.